Hi everybody. This is a late night vlog that I'm posting up. I normally don't post late night vlogs um after work, but I'm making an exception for tonight. There's a very good reason for that, and it's because I have a few things that I really need to get off my chest here. So beware a major rant. Um and something has been going on for a while on and off in my life with certain people. And this is a really bad pet peeve that I've had for as long as I can remember, even when I was younger. I've always hated it when people bash each other. I've always hated when people take their anger and frustration and bad moods out on each other, and people out on people who have nothing to do with what's going on in their lives. This happened to me on Monday. I'm not going to say who it is. This person shall remain nameless. They know who they are. I'm also not gonna get into details, but it was a situation as to where she took her anger out on me for no reason. And it made me feel like crap for the rest of the day, and I'm really sick and tired of people doing this to me. Time and time and time again. People just need to stop. People need to stop about how they treat each other. We live in a world and society as to where people just don't care about who they hurt and how they hurt them. At least for the most part. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people in this world who are good people who won't do that. But I'm referring to the people who do this all the time. And I don't even want to say it's habit. It's more like they don't care and they know what they're doing and they don't care. And it really pisses me off. It pisses me off to point out to where I wanted to just to say, look, if you're gonna be like that, get out of my life and stay out of my life. And be done with it. Some certain people I can't say that to because of the situation and the surroundings and environment that I'm in, if you catch my drift. I'm not going to say what it is. Again, use your imagination. And anyway, going back to that day, it really put me in a really sucky mood. Because it made me feel like I'm the one who did something wrong when I know I didn't. I'm not the type of person to go out and offend people. I'm not the type of person to go out of my way to hurt people intentionally. That's not my style. And if people think that I'm like that, if you think that I'm like that, then you don't know who I am. I am telling you straight to your face, you don't know who I am if you think that I'm like that, because I don't operate that way. This is why things like that get to me. And if I were really like that, I probably wouldn't be bothered by that. It really, it really irritates me. And it's not the first time with this person that they did this to me. Cutting off ties with this person, I'm hoping eventually this is going to happen, but something has to happen in order for that to happen. Again, I can't see on here what it is. I know I'm a little bit cagey about the situation, but that's only because YouTube has some sort of rules, and I'm probably not allowed to say what the situation is anyway. And it's just, I really wish that people would just stop and think about how they treat people. I really wish people would just like have a serious change of heart and actually say, I'm sorry for hurting you, and mean it and not do it again. But when it comes to a lot of people, I don't get that. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who experiences that. I did confide in a colleague of mine about the situation, without giving her too much details. And she said, "Well, Bernadette, you don't know what the person is going through. You don't know what the person has in their personal life. Something along those lines." And I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I understand that we all have problems. Nobody has a perfect life. You don't have a perfect life. I don't have a perfect life. There is no such thing as a perfect life. I mean, Jesus himself didn't have a perfect life. If you read the four Gospels, look at how they were treating him. Look at how they were constantly bashing him and giving him a hard time. And he was crucified for our sins. But I digress. And I understand where this lady is coming from, and I have mixed feelings about that. Part of me believes that she is right, which she is, but part of me disagrees with her as well. Okay, it's true that we don't know what goes on in a person's personal life unless they were to reveal that to us. I understand. Like I said, nobody in this world has a perfect life. Or an ideal life for that matter. We all have our own set of problems. We all have our own set of agendas and issues and a whole bunch of junk that we have to go through. We all go through thick and thin, the good, the bad, the ugly. We all have our pros and cons. We all have our ups and downs. And let me tell you, life, you probably know this already, is a really bad roller coaster ride when it comes to good times and bad times and everything in between. We have all been there, myself included. Lately, I have been going through a tough time with my family, and then my boyfriend broke up with me about a week and a half ago. But I'm gonna save that for a different vlog for that. So I don't want to get too much in detail about that aspect. Anyway, going back to this lady that I spoke with, I already told you why I agree with her. I don't agree with her too because, okay, just because we all go through crap doesn't give anybody the right to treat people like trash because of what we go through. Sometimes I think it's a cop-out excuse. And it's like you're giving them a free pass to treat you like crap just because they go through crap in their personal life. That's how I think. You could agree with me, you could disagree with me, you could have a mix of both, whatever. I quite frankly don't care. Like, you know, that's up to you how you feel. Do with that what you will. But my point is that no, there's no excuse for anybody to take their anger out on people. I personally view that as abuse. I view that as an abuse. That something happened in your life, you have a bad day, whatever, you lose your job, your boyfriend dumps you, whatever it is, like flat tire, whatever. That's not an excuse to take your anger out on somebody. It's not an excuse for you to take your frustrations out on people. And people just dismiss it, oh, it's human nature. But what if it's not human nature? Personally, I view that as sin. Because you're using whoever's in front of you as a punching bag. And if you know where I'm going with this, I personally view that as abuse. I really do. And there's no room for that. There's no excuse for that. And don't get me wrong, I get that God knows our hearts. He does. But he also doesn't condone sin. He doesn't condone people taking their frustrations and anger and bad days and this and that and other thing out on somebody who has nothing to do with their problems. And this is what really pisses me off. This is what really gets me. It makes me angry because, like, frequently I encounter that. And I've always encountered that throughout my whole entire life. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair. If I'm not treating you like this, why would you do that to me? I don't get it. And then you wonder why I'm in a depressed mood for the rest of the day. And I keep to myself and don't talk to you. Well, did you ever stop to think that you hurt my feelings? I mean, come on. Where is your humanity? Like, why would you do that to anybody? And I'm really, I realize I'm going off on a tangent here, but I'm just saying how I feel. I don't like it when people bash each other. I don't like it when people make fun of each other. I don't like when people take their anger and frustrations out on people. Why would you do that? Or even, yeah. Oh, another pet peeve that I have, right, is that when somebody makes a mistake, another person expects them to know better. Well, what if the person didn't know that they made a mistake at the time? Did they ever think about that? I mean, I mean, come on. Let's put the shoe on the other foot now. If it were you who made the mistake, would you want somebody doing that to you? I really don't think so. I don't think so. Two wrongs don't make a right. And I really hate the double standard. I hate when people think that, oh, I'm allowed to do whatever, but as soon as you do, it's a problem. I hate that. That's yet another problem that I've encountered so through my whole entire life with people. And I've even had to terminate certain friendships over these kind of behaviors over recent years. And people just don't think twice and then don't do it. They don't follow that philosophy. And I really wish that people would. I wish people would think better, think twice, and be like, okay, I'm going to refer from that behavior. Like, I don't expect anybody to be perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I get it. We're human. We have our weaknesses. We all have our strengths as well. We all have our pet peeves. We all have our faults. I understand that. We all make mistakes. We all commit sins. I wholeheartedly get it. I'm human too. I do stupid stuff all the time. That I have to ask God for forgiveness as often as I can. I understand that. But I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of people condoning their actions. I'm tired of the double standard. I'm tired of the sense of entitlement from certain people. And I feel like saying to these people, look, if you're going to do that to me, get out of my life. I'm not dealing with you. But with certain people, I can't say that to because of the situation. And I don't, when it comes to certain people, I will keep a low profile around them. I'll only interact when I need to. And I just want to do the right thing in life. I sure as anything don't ever want to follow in their footsteps. And it makes me want to be more circumspect when it comes to my own thoughts, feelings, actions, words, and what have you. I mean, believe me, I get bad days too. We all do. But it's a matter of how you handle these bad days. It's a matter of how you handle your rough patches and whatever else you go through. And again, I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of being a well, I'm alive, so you're not. No. You don't want people, if you don't want to have it done to you, don't do it to other people. Simple as that. That's common sense. Alright, that's it for my moody vlog here. Normally I don't come on here being flustered like this. I really had to get this off my chest. I hope you guys understand, and let me know what you think. Bye guys, good night.